Coach, you opened your season against a tough FBS opponent in Oregon. What were the biggest takeaways from that game?
Well, in a game like that, your time and ability to make too many mistakes is very, very limited. And we found ourselves down in a hurry. I think for our guys to be tested in that regard, I would say at the highest level has to be the takeaway. I think our guys kept competing. We put ourselves in position to make more plays, I guess, as the game went along. But ultimately, the takeaway is we lost the game. I hope we learned a lot, and a bunch of our guys grew up. Sometimes in losing, you learn more, and in particular these early games where you have plenty of inexperience, and guys need that experience, and to have it come against one of the very best teams in the country, that's got to mean something, and I think it did, and the result of that will hopefully be a much better just not effort so much, but just execution here in week 2.
What's been the focus at practice this week preparing for a number 2 FCS team in South Dakota State?
How can we execute better regardless of who we play? And I certainly have a great deal of respect for this opponent. Beyond their success, we've played them 3 times in the last 4 years. I think our guys are fully aware of who they are as an opponent. Very impressive first game for them. We have to practice really well. We have to play really hard, play really smart, because this is a really good opponent in South Dakota State.
You're talking about playing well. One of your guys who did play well on Saturday was Taco Dell, career high 107 receiving yards. How can a career day against a top 10 FBS opponent help his confidence as we move forward in the season?
Well, I think Taco is a confident athlete already, but a day like that, I think when Coach Sturbeck got here, I think he clearly recognized that Taco's a guy we got to get the ball more to. So to do that in the first, not only say you're going to do it, but then to have that happen in the first game, I think that is significant, because I think that'll build Taco up as far as, okay, I'm going to get these opportunities. Here's where they're going to be in the game plan. Here's what I need to do with them. Also from Justin's ability to be able to lean on him and find him. That production in one day far exceeds any particular day last year. So we need that to continue. He's certainly one of our best playmakers, and it was great to see that on that stage, because he's a phenomenal athlete, small in stature, but boy, he can compete, and I think he showed he belonged that day.
You mentioned Justin Lamson in that answer, of course, replacing Tommy Mellott under center. He went 23 for 31 for 198 yards. What did you like about his performance in his debut as a Bobcat?
I think he was decisive. He got the ball out of his hand. He was generally very accurate. You look at him continuing to compete. I think we all knew that's what he had inside of him. As he worked hard through summer and fall camp, but then to see it on a stage like that okay, this guy is someone that we can go to war with. I think that's clearly who he is, and he had an opportunity to show that, and he did.
Defensively, South Dakota State had 240 yards on the ground. What is the key to slowing down their rushing attack on Saturday?
Well, I think we need to be where we're supposed to be. Hopefully, disrupt the line of scrimmage from time to time. Julius Loffridge is a new player for them, but he's a player that's had a lot of success at this level. He's going to be one to contend with, and certainly their quarterback, has the ability to get out and run as well. So, again, we need to be where we're supposed to. Hopefully, we can hold our own up front, and that's always critical in a team, a game like this. Who is the more physical team, and that goes both ways. But certainly, our defensive line has to be that towards their offensive line, and then tackle really well. I think there's some opportunities in that Oregon game where we didn't tackle all too well, and create some big plays for them. We're given those opportunities in the open field. We got to be able to make those plays.
Although both rosters look different, you said it yourself, this is your third time playing the Jackrabbits in the last 4 seasons. Top 5 matchup. What kind of identity check can a game like this give you week 2?
Well, I think it's a tremendous opportunity. Each and every year you don't get this preseason, I guess, non-conference opportunity to play a playoff team. I know we've played them a couple years back in the non-conference, but you don't get these every year. So when you have them, it's certainly a great measure. It's not going to make or break either one of our seasons, but at the end of the day, we need to make progress. It is just game 2, so to get too far ahead and all what it's going to mean down the road, is too early by any means, but to be able to measure ourselves against one of the best programs in the FCS is again a great opportunity for us, and I'm certain our guys are going to be excited and ready for that challenge.
Ty Diefenbach was dazzling in his Cal Poly debut. Hear from the Offensive Player of the Week next.